Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of June 21st, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Capricorn, real quick, keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. I already released those readings. However, the tarot card of the week reading is intended to be a message to you from source, something that they want you to consider at this time so you can make a decision that is best for you and your life in this moment. So with all of that said now, let's begin. We are tapping into the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week here for the Capricorn Collective for the week of June 21st, 2026? Let's get one more shuffle. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, the Queen of Cups. What situation in your life is asking you to observe your emotions? And at the bottom of the deck, you have Temperance. What situation in your life is asking you to have patience and determination? Why is the Queen of Cups here, the tarot card of the week for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? Why is this your tarot card of the week? Let's get one more shuffle. Thank you. Tarot card of the week. We have the Four of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. Well, it's nice to see some improvement here. It looks like you're actively working on healing. Okay, Temperance is healing. Four of Swords is healing. Some of you are trying to heal a connection. Others of you are just trying to heal a connection that you have with yourself. Four of Wands. Tell me why the Four of Wands is here. Why is the Four of Wands here? Nice to see this for you after everything that you've been through. Tell me more about the Four of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Five of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. Okay, so whatever has caused that Three of Swords moment, I say that because that first card at the bottom of the deck was the Four of Swords, right? The Three of Swords, heartbreak, disappointment, that's what precedes the Four of Swords card. So it looks like after this moment of disappointment, sadness, okay, grief, maybe bereavement for some of you, it does look like you're seeing it more clearly this week. You're seeing it more clearly this week. And there's some type of triumph or success that you're having this week. Now, it could be in regards to that partnership. It doesn't have to be. It could just be you really have been focusing on healing that wound, whatever occurred there. And so you're just feeling better this week. Nine of Swords, Temperance, more healing here. Three of Pentacles. So I think some of you are beginning to heal yourselves. So your tarot card of the week is the Queen of Cups. What situation in your life is asking you to observe your emotions? This week, when you think about whatever transpired here with this person, I would journal or write out or type out in your phone. How do you feel thinking about this incident this week compared to how you felt last week? So I would do this for the next couple of weeks if this is your story, because I think what you'll see is not an acceptance for what they did, but more of an acceptance of, like, in terms of giving yourself closure in respect to understanding why things played out. So I would journal. I would journal for the next couple of weeks your feelings on this. Every day, maybe at the end of the day, or if you want to start your day that way, however you could fit it into your schedule. When you think about this incident with this person, how do you feel today? Couple of sentences. Tomorrow, do it again. I think what you're going to notice is that your emotions are fluctuating at first, and then they will, like, balance out. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Remember I said write it down? Look at that Page of Pentacles, writing it in a book. And we go from the Five of Cups to the Four of Cups. So there is a progression here of, like, again, I'm not saying what they did is right or wrong. It's just like an emotional leveling out, if you will. Two of Cups. Tell me about the Two of Cups here. Yeah, I would journal this out this week. And I'll try to get you timing to see how long you should do this for. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Cups is clarified by Two of Wands, King of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. And again, look at the Eight of Pentacles. Looks like they're writing something down. So whatever, and you're here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, whether you're masculine or feminine. I think a really great way for you to monitor how well you're doing with healing this particular, not the healing the connection. I feel like that's separate. This is more healing that wound within you. I think a really good way for you to start monitoring how you're doing with it is to write down, like I said, just a couple of sentences every day. How do you feel about it today? And how do you feel about it tomorrow? And I think what you're going to see is an improvement in how you feel about it. Maybe less anger, less sadness, more acceptance, more understanding. So I think that's your message here for this week. That's how you, observing your emotions when you think about this will give you a really good indication on how far you've come in your healing. I would also pay attention to, especially if you're writing, but I guess you could pay attention to how you're typing as well. But pay attention to how you're holding the pen or the pencil, the pressure applied, right? Because that'll tell you if it's coming from aggression or anger or sadness. How is your penmanship? So I think writing is ideal, but if you, for whatever reason, don't like to write, can't write, you would rather type, voice to text, you can do that as well. But I think writing, if you're capable of doing that, that would probably be the most beneficial way. How you hold the pen, pressure on the paper, all of that are really also key indicators on how you feel about it. And then looking at the penmanship, right? Looking at your handwriting and seeing how neat or sloppy it is also an indication on how you feel about it as well. So a nice little exercise here for you. For those of you who are, I feel like you've been part of this collective that I've been reading for probably since December or January. Yeah, and then you can look back, you know, at different points in time, you can look back at what you've written and you can Eight of Pentacles, see how far you've come. That we went from the Four of Pentacles of holding on to the pain and the sadness to the Eight of Pentacles, being able to focus on other things and feeling a lot more free. Not feeling so emotionally weighted down by what occurred. 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. I think writing is key here. Because as you start writing down all of the emotions, right? I'm not looking at the 3 of Cups as celebration. This is the second decan of Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon rules our emotions. So I just feel like writing it down, you're going to see how far you've come with the anger, the tension, the stress, the strife, the grief, everything that you have. I just think it'll help you get on the right track, if you will, when it comes to healing. It's a good way for you to monitor your healing, whether you're using other healing therapies or aids or anything like that. You know, that's up to each of you individually. But a good track record of how you're doing is writing it down. And there's something there about paying attention to actually how you write everything out. So that is what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them. I just saw the 2 of Pentacles, which again, you'll be able to see your emotions, how they fluctuate and even balance out and improve. So anyway, that is what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. And he says hello to you as well. Until I read for you again, Capricorn, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.